Hi everyone, Stepan here. Today I'm going to play another training game. I have a goal of reaching 2100 on Lichess Classical by the end of November, and I'm pretty close. I'm 18 points away from my goal. So if I win, I should win 2 games to reach 2100. If I lose, then we will see. But anyway, I haven't been playing training games for the last 2 or 3 days because I've had training games with patrons and I've had some work to do. But now I think I'm going to play one every day until I reach my goal or until November ends, and then, well, I will have failed, but I hope to do it. Okay, my rating is 2082, he is 1938, and again I should have gone for custom pairing. Okay, let me just turn off the desktop audio here. So we have e4, e5. Let's see what happens. f6. Okay. Another one in a series of weird openings which I keep facing. f6 is what the hell is f6? Do I not just take on e5? So knight e5, f5, queen h5 check, king f2 takes on e5. I get 2 pawns for the piece. Knight e5, f5, queen h5 check, king, he would have to play king e7, and then queen takes e5. I don't know. What? I'll just take and see what happens. Is there anything better? Takes on e5, f takes e5, queen h5 check. He can't play g6 because queen takes e5 would win the rook, so king e7, queen takes e5, king f7. No, I'm going to do it. I don't care if this has to be correct. I really, even if I'll be a piece down, this is more than enough compensation. The 2 pawns, the king on e7, lack of development, and just yesterday I've been doing some exercises from Yusupov which are based around punishing bad play in development. Okay, he doesn't take. Well, now I think I'm happy with this trade because I will have developed 2 pieces and he will not. So queen h5 check, what does he do? I can still take on g6. Yep, queen h5 check. If he plays g6, I take with the knight. Queen h5 check should be correct. If he moves the king, I have knight f7. If he plays g6, I play knight takes g6. Knight g6, queen takes. Oh, he can win my knight. Oh, I missed that. Ah, okay, I missed that. Okay. I missed that he can just take on e4 with check and win my knight. And they've just spilled some water. Well, okay, we just have to live with that. Now I don't want to trade the queens off, so I'll play bishop e2. Yeah. Now, how do we do this? What's the best way? I guess here. It's not good, I'm a piece down, but I should still have some compensation. Yeah, knight takes g6 was necessary, but I missed that. I missed that he has that queen takes e4. Maybe that's a trick in the opening, which I just didn't know. You see, he wants to attack my queen. Okay, knight c3, normal development. If he plays bishop g4, I'm going to take on b7. Yeah, maybe I should have just gone for the trade and accepted the fact that I'm going to be a knight and the bishop developed and he won't, so maybe that was the way to play this, but okay, I like d4, developing my pieces. I also like castles. Also like knight d5. Actually, I kind of like knight d5 most, threatening a lot of stuff. He can take on c2, but then I have bishop d3. Developing with tempo. Or I can just take on f6. I mean, it's clear now that I have to play crazy stuff to survive this. I'm a piece down. I don't know why. Well, okay, I know why. I didn't want to trade off the pieces. I wanted to just... Okay, this is weird. This is weird. He wants to play bishop g4 still, but I still have a check, so not too many issues. And if I check him on e3 or on e4 and he blocks with the queen, then I have knight c7. Okay, attacks my d4 pawn. Should I defend that? I guess so. But with which piece? I would love to defend it with the bishop, and I guess I am going to. And then if bishop g4, I still have queen to e4 check. I just want to play quickly to get him into swindle mode somehow. I wish he starts complicating things as well. This is just an unsound position for both sides. I'm a piece down and he has a horrible position, but yeah, okay. I still don't know why I missed queen takes e4. Okay, now he wants to castle queenside. So I should probably just play c4, defending my piece and dislodging his knight if he does so. Horrible position. Okay, I'm probably going to play 2 games in this video, just to, well, play one normal game. I'm thinking after f6, which f6 is probably the worst move after e4, e5. I'm thinking that knight e5 is the best move, and then queen e7 is the best move, and then I should probably just go back, knight f3, and then when he takes my pawn, I play bishop e2, and I have my bishop and knight developed. I get to castle, and he has his queen on e4, which is absurd. So castles. I am going to be castling kingside, that much is clear. Bishop g4 is a threat now, so I should play h3, but are there any more useful moves? So bishop g4 for now loses my e2 bishop, so, and even if I play h3, bishop g4, hg4, h attacks my queen, and the rook attacks my rook, so I would have to lose my rook. So I better move my queen or move my bishop. I don't know where, but maybe transfer my queen to the queen side with something like queen to e4 would make sense. Well, if I don't castle, I don't lose my bishop, but then my king would have to take, which is very risky. So I guess I am going to lure him to take my b-pawn, to give up his bishop on d5. So b4 takes, knight takes. Is that a good trap? I don't think so. So h3 is not good. I can't castle. What else can I do? Bishop g4, queen e4, bishop e2, king e2. I can prepare b4. If I can manage to get b4 in, then I should be fine. But then also, if my queen is on f3, then his knight can't move away from d5 because I'm threatening a check on b7. a3 seems way too slow. Castling queenside seems bad. Bishop g4 is coming. Okay. b4, bishop d5, c d5, knight b4, rook b1, knight d5, bishop c4, seems good. So I'm going to play b4, it's the most complicated. It's not good because I lose another pawn, but it's complicated. a3, b4 would be too slow, giving him too much time. Now I actually have a threat of b5, chasing the knight away, where I probably would be slightly better. I'm not afraid of bishop g4 anymore, because queen e4, if bishop e2, king e2, everything is lined up on the e file, but what can you do? Sometimes you have to live with that. It's that kind of position. Now if he doesn't take, if he plays something like rook e8, then bishop g4, hg4, queen g4 check is good for me. Now he didn't even win b4. I think the other variation was better for him, because I always have this check. And there's no piece to cover it with. He has to move the king or cover with the queen. It's not that I want to trade the pieces off, I don't, but... So, okay, he is attacking my queen. So his next threat is going to be rook to e8, and then f4, winning my bishop. But for now it's covered by the knight and by the bishop and by the queen. So I should probably leave my queen on the king side but I don't like that. So queen d3, bishop h6 is not a threat. If rook e8, I just move my king away. So queen d3 seems like a good move. I don't want my queen here, where it's not doing anything to attack his king. I want it here. So I want to play b4 and b5 and c5 and attack. So should I just play b5 now? b5, knight takes d5, b takes c6. He would have to retake, but then I take his knight. And if he takes my bishop on e3, I take on b7 with check. So like that, that's tricky. b5. He doesn't have knight b4, of course. Because I don't really want to trade the pieces off. I wanted to move my knight to f4 without allowing knight b4, winning a pawn and gaining a tempo. He doesn't have time to take on d5. A horrible game. I'm sorry, this was a horrible game. Horrible game. I should have just played knight f3, queen takes c4, bishop e2, and I would have been just slightly better development. His queen is misplaced. I'm going to castle first. He needs to develop his pieces. He doesn't have the f-pawn. Yeah, and I missed queen takes c4, check, winning my knight. And then probably I'm just a piece down. I don't have any compensation. Although I'm not sure. I may have some. I think this is the first time he started thinking. Because I mean, his knight has to go either to b8 or to a5. He takes. Wow, that's bold. His knight is attacked and b7 is attacked. Is he giving up the piece back? If he takes on e3, I'm happy to get rid of this horrible bishop, get my king to safety, and just take on b7, open the position up. I think this was a mistake. Okay. Of course, I don't want to allow him to take on c4. I'm going to defend against that. Because that would trade the queens off. So if he played king takes b7, I'm going to pin the knight with rook b1. And if he plays king b8, I'm going to play rook h to c1 to defend my pawn. Either way, my a pawn is going up. And I would say I have compensation for the piece now. After he took on d5. I just need to be careful when rook e8 comes that I don't blunder my bishop. My king sort of wants to be on c2, I guess. So if f4, bishop d2, rook e8 check, king d1, king c2 seems like the safest place for my king to be. It's not that it's safe, it's the safest on the board. Okay, b5 seems like a very bad move positionally for two reasons. Firstly, his bishop is now bad on f8 until he moves the d6 pawn, and it's harder to, I'm sorry, c5. It's harder to move the d6 pawn when c7 is gone to c5. Secondly, I don't have to react, I can just leave the pawn there. I basically gain the tempo to move my king or do something else. And I can now play a4 for free. If I'm not very much mistaken, I can just play a4. So I'm going to play a4 without too much thinking. I don't see why not. I just have to be careful not to allow him to take my c4 pawn. So if he moves the king to, let's say, a8 and I play a5, he can take knight takes c4, but then I can go queen to b3 and I'm threatening a mate on b7 which is defended by the queen. So I'm not, so that actually could work. So king a8, I'm kind of worried about. I would have to defend. Yeah, I'm playing too fast. I need to start taking more time if I plan to swindle him in this game. A piece down. But you see, the thing is, if he plays king a8, then he can never really play f4 because queen e4 is a very strong move. And if he plays king c8 or king c7, then he's blocking his pieces on the b file, and his queen from laterally defending the b file. I don't really want to close the position down. If you were wondering after c5, why not d5? Well, because my bishop is bad as well, same as his. And it's not like there's any action going on the d file. There could be if he plays d5, then I would start thinking. But after d5, I think I would just leave it there. Probably just take on d5. Although I'm not sure. d5 would be a good move. Not now because he loses his knight, but eventually d5 would be a good and tricky move to face. I'm worse. I'm a piece down. There's nothing more to be said about that, but I'm going to play quickly and I'm going to play tricky moves. That's the only way to try and swindle him. If I start thinking and playing positionally, then he's just going to either win because he's a piece up and there's no aggro in his position, or I'm going to miss something because I'm trying to concentrate on one thing too much. I need to play strong, tricky moves quickly and try to confuse him. I think he helped me with c5. a4 was a tricky move that was easy to find. Okay, king c7. Now he's threatening to take on c4 and on a4. So if I Play a4, knight takes c4, queen to b3. How does he defend? Yeah, okay, I don't think he can take. Knight c4, queen b3. How does he defend b7? He doesn't defend b7. He can't take. He just can't take. Yeah, okay. What happens after queen b3? No checks. He doesn't have any checks. He doesn't have a rook b8 because I just take it. It's hanging. He can't move the knight back. He's about to lose his knight because it's pinned to the queen. So I think I could be just winning now. I think my calculation was correct for once in the attack, which usually isn't the case. And I mean, queen b7 is checkmate. And if he goes king d7, I just go rook h to c1, attacking his queen, attacking the knight twice. And then what does he do? Just win the piece back and have a better position. Oh, but after rook h to c1, he can go d5 and defend. I missed that. So I need to find something stronger. So king d7, I have queen b5 check, I have queen a4 check, which both allow my rook to get to b7. Okay, I need to come up with something after king d7, which he's obviously going to play. Bishop g5 is one candidate. Rook e1 is the second candidate. Queen b5 check is a candidate. Queen b7 check is a candidate. And also, no, queen b7 should be the best move, because then if king to d6, I have d5 check, which is defended. And then king to f6, I have bishop h4 check, winning the rook. Okay, so yeah, okay. So if king d7, queen b7 check, king e6, d5 check, king f6, bishop g5 check, I'm sorry. No, I don't have that. Jesus, oh, I missed it again. So I don't have bishop h4 check because my bishop is on e6, on e3, not on f2. Okay, so something new. I need something new. So now if he takes on e3, he is defending his queen. That's a very good move. This is a very good move. Wow, this is a great move. So when he takes on e3, I need to take with my queen. But then my king is in trouble on the e file. So how do I stop him from trading queens? This is getting very exciting. I'm looking at queen a4, knight e3, king e3, because if I take with the f pawn, he takes on g2 with check. But I really think I should be taking with the queen on a4, on e3. But then I'm in trouble after bishop h6. And he doubles his rooks, he connects his rooks. Okay, so let's just play rook h to c1, knight e3, queen e3. Bishop h6, then I have queen to e7 check. Okay, so even though this may seem like a blunder, it allows my rook to get to the c file, which is going to be opening up. So knight e3, queen e3. If bishop h6, I go queen e7 check. If he tries to check me, okay, I'm just going to play it and recapture with the queen if he takes, and he has to take. Because now he doesn't have f takes e4, and his rooks are not connected yet. He doesn't have the e8 square, and if he moves the bishop, he leaves e7 undefended. So this was my calculation, and I threatened to take on c5. He could go rook h7, but then I would just go king f1. It was important that I connect my rooks so that I can move my king back without blocking one of my rooks. This is a very stressful game, which I should have won in the opening because he played f6. And now I guess I'm going to have to learn how to punish another stupid, provocative move which doesn't do anything but just weakens the position. Still, it's good to be 4 minutes up in this position. Bishop h6 allows this, surely it allows this, which allows me to get my queen away. Ah, but I was counting on this check. Okay, no, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. Oh, I am losing the exchange. I missed that. Oh, okay, horrible. Just rook e8 check, king f1, and bishop takes c1. Yeah, now I'm a rook down, and that's not going to be good for business, as they say. Yeah, and I don't think I have any tricks left here. Yeah. Yeah, okay, I'm just going to resign. Okay, let's look at the analysis board, and I'm wondering about okay, so the first thing, Damiano Defense. This thing has a name. This has a name. Knight takes, queen e7. Yeah, now knight f3. Knight f3 just saves my piece. If he takes, just bishop e2, and as I said, I'm up 2 in development and much better. Queen h5 loses a piece. That's clear enough. So here I was worse. And I was worse, I was losing. But then when I managed to play queen b3, I thought I may have been fine. Horrible. Okay, so I'm slightly better if I take on c5. Okay, let's see that. dc5. What if he takes? His rook is hanging. Okay. Why didn't I consider that? Played a4. Jesus. a5. Knight takes. Queen b3. So queen d5 was the only move, which I didn't even consider, but he found the only move. So great job finding that. Okay, this was stressful and upsetting. I'm such an idiot for playing queen h5. It's just bad. I should have just been up in development. Firstly, I had no idea this thing has a name, so I'm going to have to work on that. After queen d5, I don't think there's anything I can do. Yeah, it's just over. Yeah. Okay, thank you for watching. I'm sorry about the low quality of the game. Yeah, I'll try to do better next time. I don't even know how many points I've lost. Just see. 11. Okay, I lost 11, which is bad. Okay, so 29 to go, and let's hope the next one goes better. Okay. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more chess. Bye bye.